EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, lock it.
Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And they needed to be because our offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you have to outplay their defense as well, and that's what they did in their last game.
On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Lock it, lock it. Man. Leo. Let's go.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Jaguars at 6-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And this will be taken at the 13. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Look at me.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Ready? Bravo!
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. 61. Back, box, right.
Handoff running left is Etienne. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Opposite. Hey, Wahoo. Nice.
Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Lawrence will throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Hey, stand up.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
You got bombers. You got bombers. 6, bullet high.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hey, Alpha! Hey, Mike 7!
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now Lawrence. Touchdown Jaguars. Travis Etienne as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Escaping the pressure right. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, you know, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, they will have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Tucker's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Ravens 17, Jaguars 6. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Agnew on the return. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
We go!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
218, jump.
Another tote for Etienne.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
It's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ooh, the juke.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And here he'll get it down to the 7, following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun.
And nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the second straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that
lead. Here's Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews.
Finding room at midfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jackson. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game to the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready. Hey, Charlie!
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Jaguars 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 27,
Lawrence looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And able to find Kirk complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Go out.
Etienne up the middle.
And some room to work. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
On second down, a run with Etienne. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Hey, Haywood!
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had... but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score fourth-quarter deficit.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Here's Edwards again on second down.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On third down, Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
13.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, it's Edwards. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On third down, here's Edwards. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Baltimore, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.